Hello, my name is Ash, a counselor in training. This is my Relatable study podcast for individuals who need help studying for their NCE, CPCE, and other related counseling exams. I'm going to go through many questions from multiple resources and make the answers relatable to both you and me. So get your listening ears on and let's get studying. In terms of leisure and dual career families, A, dual career families have more leisure time. B, dual career families have the same amount of leisure time as families with one wage earner. C, dual career families have less leisure time. D, dual career families have more weekend leisure time. The answer is C. Dual career families have less leisure time in the terms of leisure and dual career families. Both partners in a single career family will have more leisure time than dual career families. There is research showing that in most cases, dual career households will spend as much time with their children as households with a single wage earner. For example, I know of a dual career family. They had less leisure time with their children and on the weekends than a single wage earner because there is at least one parent to watch the kids and do chore work. What is nicotine dependence? Nicotine dependence is the addiction to nicotine marked by withdrawal, cravings, and habitual use of tobacco products. And the physical dependence is when the body needs nicotine to avoid these withdrawal symptoms. And some of these symptoms include restlessness and agitation. And the psychological dependence is the feeling that an individual needs to get nicotine throughout the day, and it becomes part of their routine. When counseling an adult client who is coping with the long-term effects of growing up with abusive parents, which of the following therapeutic approaches is most effective? A. Encourage the client to forget past and focus solely on a positive future. B. Facilitate the exploration of the impact of this abuse on their current relationship. C. Advise the client to confront their parents immediately about the abuse. D. Suggest that the client completely cut off all ties with their family. The answer is B. Facilitating the exploration of the impact of this abuse on their current relationship is the therapeutic approach that is most effective with an adult client who is coping with the long-term effects of growing up with abusive parents. These long-term effects are depression, aggravation, anger, fear, anxiety, and even hostility. And being able to explore the impact of this abuse within their current relationships can help the client better understand how their abuse is affecting their relationships and their current life. What are nightmares and counseling? Nightmares and counseling involve therapeutic interventions that aim at reducing distressing dreams and their emotional impact on individuals. Nightmare disorder is a pattern of repeated, vivid, and frightening dreams that affect an individual's quality of life. It could be short-term or chronic, and it ranges from mild to severe nightmares. There are various treatments that can help an individual with their nightmares, such as CBT, using imaginary rehearsal therapy, and exposure relaxation and re-scripting therapy, as well as psychotherapy and medication. These are able to help individuals with nightmares. A client who says, I feel I cannot really become an administrator in our agency because I am a woman, is showing an example of A. Gender bias, B. Counselor bias, C. The trait and factor theory, D. Developmental theory and career choices. The answer is A. When a client says, I feel like I cannot really become an administrator in our agency because I am a woman, is showing an example of gender bias. Gender bias refers to the treatment or discrimination against an individual based on their gender. Take this question, for example. This client may be in a workplace that discriminates women, and she believes that she cannot be promoted or become an administrator because of this gender bias. That is all 5 questions for this episode. Thank you for listening. Keep calm and study on.